Well, before we get you more reactions, in fact, let me go across to our panelists. Joining us today on the show, we have Naveen Chomal, a lawyer. Also, Varun Khullar is joining us, a former bureaucrat of the Ministry of Defence. I'm going to come to you first, Mr. Naveen Chomal, because we've been pulling out the rap sheet of not just Puja Khedkar, the kind of irregularities which are now under the lens against her father, against the mother. Her father has had complaints dating back to 2015. Mother has a complaint where there is a video of her brandishing a gun against a poor farmer over a year back. But there was no action being taken. No action till Puja Khedkar came under the lens, and there was so much of media pressure perhaps where they were forced to take action. Why? Is there no justice for those who are not empowered enough?
Exactly. I'm on the same page. In fact, the nation owes to the media, your channel, and all other vigilant people who are raising the voice. People like Puja Khedkar should be taught a lesson. There should be thorough inquiry. She should be removed from the services. And not only that, she should even be punished. She should be booked and prosecuted for cheating, misleading the entire institution of UPSC. Look at the way she has claimed. She has claimed being a handicapped, visually impaired, and then did not even appear despite all the summons from the AIMS. And she has been taking the system for a ride. And not only her, even her father was there involved in manipulating the entire system. And you can see the entire family background. Even her mother has been threatening the people on the street, wielding a gun. This is totally unacceptable in our society. In fact, we all must raise a voice and pressurize the government to take the action. Though her father may be a politician now, but we should not succumb to any vote bank politics. The government should not take into consideration the vote bank thing or the vote of that particular community, but should now send a clear message to the nation that now all this will not be allowed in the country. And whenever such matters come to light, they should be always face the action of the law.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more. But Varun Khullar, it is this dangerous nexus that we have seen, and I agree with Naveen Chomal. Yes, it is up to the government, it is up to the politicians to ensure that any kind of discrepancy which comes must be strictly acted upon, and they must set an example. But here's the problem. We've seen that there is a nexus between netas and babus themselves, which gives them that shield of impunity where they feel that they can get away with literally anything. Varun Khullar, who's going to act?
Yeah. So if you think about it, right, there's something definitely wrong in DOPT, right? Because they check and verify all certificates in great detail, right? During our time, I actually appeared for the physical test twice, right? Because there was a gap between my joining and when actually what happens is after the interview, we have a medical test. But if you're joining late, you have a medical test again, right? Due to some reason or something, right? So it used to be very thorough. So it's shocking that she has skipped the medical test, right? There's something seriously wrong, right, in DOPT that this was allowed. It seems to be a clear case of corruption, right? Because the allocation is never done before the medical test is, actually clear. So there's something really wrong. And DOPT doesn't really accept any private institutions. They get it done themselves in a few, hospitals in Delhi, right? Depends on, AIMS, and you're allotted different hospitals in Delhi after the interview. So something seriously wrong in DOPT, definitely.
Now, Varun Khullar, it's interesting because you talked about AIMS. AIMS had called her. She said that she is mentally also unstable right now, that she's undergoing treatment for COVID, which is why she has been missing those summons. But systematically, if someone who has been missing the summons and medical tests, but yet being allowed, she was actually completing her entire IAS training for over years. This has happened.
Yes,
it's not just about one case of corruption. Over the years, how can a candidate hoodwink the entire system?
So it points out to political power being misused, definitely.
Precisely.
Right here. Right. There's no other arguments for it because DOPT is the hardest institution in our country. In case you try to just get them online and try to talk to them for anything. For the simplest of things, they'll make it very, very hard for you. Right. So I feel that, this is definitely a case of political pressure being applied to get this allocation done. Not possible any other way. I don't believe that there's any other way this can happen. even let's say, even if I give an exception, like, okay, you were sick at that time, you would be called again.
Absolutely.
And right? And if you don't turn up, your allocation would be in jeopardy, right? So that was not happening for her. That's something strange.
So